5-6 is in the mix. I'm hitting them with trips. Hey, crack, time to get the bread.
What's good? We here, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us tonight.
Once again, 456 in the building. What's this, episode 3?
Episode Trees.
Uno, dos, tres. We back at y'all again. Trying to do things a little bigger this time around. We gonna make sure we keep making changes to get better, to do better. So first off, I want to give a shout out to everybody out there. My mom, dad, kids, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, all of that, all of the viewers, subscribers. You know. So we want to set this podcast off with how was everybody Thanksgiving out there? So the topic of the Thanksgiving is, what role did you play? Did you cook? Or was you running around grabbing plates?
I ain't cooked nothing. I ate.
Personally, I went around. I was here. Yeah. I was at my mom's crib. I was at my mom's crib. I went to my pop's crib. So I just collected plates everywhere I went. What's up, Charles? I see you. Thanks for showing up, bro. Chan, you cooked everything.
Oh.
Hold on, we got a technical difficulty.
Oh, my joint catching up. My live feed catching up.
There y'all go. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Sorry about y'all. You know, we still rookies doing this, so you know we're gonna get better.
What's up, James? What's up, Charles? We in the building. Just want to let a few more viewers jump on there before we actually get started. So anything y'all need to do right now, kind of take care of it.
Yeah, if you need to run to the bathroom, get you a drink. I don't know whatever else you do.
Yeah, we know Joker's watching football right now, but we football tonight.
Facts.
Thursday night TV, baby.
So what we talking about? Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we talking about Thanksgiving. How was Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so what you say that? What was your plan?
Man, it wasn't a plan. It wasn't a plan. It was just what happened. So Mom Dukes called me and said she made some turkey wings, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, ooh. Did you make any sweet potato pies? She's like, yeah, I made 4.
4? So how did she make the wings?
She baked them. She baked them.
Smothered?
Nah, she didn't smother them. They was baked, seasoned right. They was really, really, really good.
They had a crispness to them.
But she had, the best part though was she made oxtails too. Yeah, that had the grease.
Yeah, I had a different type.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean?
How about you, boy? Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, me and the wife decided to do something a little different. Oh yeah, I didn't even shout you out. What's up, babe? How you doing? We did something a little different this year. We stayed home, no kids in the house, and she wanted to do seafood, so we got crab legs, scallops, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Threw it all together. Just maxed, you know what I mean?
This is maxed out.
Maxed out, cracked some crabs, ate some scallops, drank some wine. What else I had? Some wine, some of this right here. I ain't gonna tell y'all what this is.
Red cups.
Yeah.
Always red cups.
Yeah, that was about it. But I will say this though, doing it that way, I didn't feel like I would have felt at a normal Thanksgiving gathering. Meaning I would have been full and like early. You know what I mean? After you eat the seafood, it don't sit on you as much. You know what I mean? I still went in because we still had baked potatoes and stuff in. You know
Something
what I mean?
to fill you up.
Yeah.
Seafood don't really fill you up.
Yeah, exactly. So
man, you probably ate that all night though. Like you can just eat that and be like, all right, I'm good for now,
yeah.
and then go back.
That's exactly what we did. To the point where Jokers, we had a garbage bag. We threw all the old shells and shit at. Put that outside. Put another bag up. We kept everything out and ain't really thoroughly clean up, like wash your hands and do all that. Cause like you said, another hour later, you go right back in. But it was fun. You know what I mean? I would say everybody, try that once or twice. See what you everything.
What you do? Well, I was kind of partnered with you, but
Well, I was here. I didn't cook. I helped out with the preparations a little bit and just pretty much overseeing. I had my mom and my aunt. They came over, prepared the sides. We had cabbage and collard greens. My man Bullet fried the turkey for me. Good looking out too, Bullet. I appreciate that. Once again, you came through for your boy. We had the fried turkey, and yeah, we just sat around, ate, had a couple family members come over, and then the infamous Ace came over. Everybody was full and started playing some games. Of course, it turned into a drinking game.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's always
Is that the way we played last
Nah,
time?
it's
not the same game. It's always a
yeah,
different
Dan
game.
showed up, so you know, the party got a little live, and it was nice. Everybody enjoyed themselves.
I do gotta say one thing though. I neglected to mention this. So I went to my pop crib in the midst of going from my mom's, and I went to my dad's. And you know, y'all know my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know my dad. So we had a fun time though. But my dad's wife cooked. It was like I ain't never seen this woman cook like this before. Everything, it was food all over the place. It was probably about 30 people there. It was dope. Yeah, it was
That's
dope.
how my grandma used to party. So
Yeah, that was dope.
definitely know how you how that go.
Yeah, that was-
Thanksgiving was good.
I will say doing it the way we did it, of course the Joker did miss all that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But then I did, you know, when it was over, it was like there wasn't a whole lot of cleaning up or straightening up to do either. So,
True.
but you know, but next time, well, Christmas time, we gonna host Christmas at our house. So we got a break, but Christmas time ain't gonna be no break.
Oh, I wanna give Ajay a shout out real quick. Congratulations on receiving your first exception letter in college. Definitely proud of you.
Clap that up, clap that up.
Congratulations.
I'm sure it's gonna
Clap that
be
up.
more. I'm sure it's gonna be more of those to come. That's just the first of many. So, you know, I hope you get into school you want to get into and keep striving.
Absolutely, keep it going, keep pushing.
Yeah. Definitely.
Glad to see some more people joining into our feed. We would like to ask y'all to share this. We are definitely 4, 5, 6 that y'all can see, and we really would appreciate y'all to share this so we can get more people to watch.
Absolutely, we gonna keep doing what we doing, keep pressing on to get better.
Y'all just stick with us and ride it out.
Yeah, man.
Ride
Give
this
us some
wave.
feedback. Like, tell us what y'all
Exactly.
like. Tell us what y'all
you
like.
don't- I
What
wanna
y'all
know what
don't
y'all
like.
don't
Yeah,
like.
like what y'all don't like. What y'all want to see.
What y'all want to talk about? We
That's what I want to know.
without y'all, there's no us. So
Yeah, I want to know what y'all want to talk about because we can sit up here and talk all night, but if y'all not really interested in the conversation, so we want y'all to, you know, give us some feedback. Let us know.
yeah, let us know what's up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and just once again, for anybody that come in, log on, you get here halfway through, or you miss certain things here or there, you can go to our YouTube channel, 456 Juice Jones, and everything will be put up there. It might be edited a little bit, so it might be a little fun, a little crazy, but you're gonna still get the same information.
True. Shout out Reed.
Definitely.
Shout out Reed. Young boy doing his
Look
thing.
at that, yeah.
Our techie tech.
Yeah,
Doing his
young
thing.
tech. You got to have one of them in the cut, especially in this era.
Yeah, he gonna be on here too. We gonna bring him on here too.
We gonna let him play the back first for a little while, then we'll pop him out. But yeah, so yeah, and I also want to shout out my niece Lexus. I know she got a few things going on with her hair products. My cousin Jamila, because she got some sort of promotional business, like a women's thing going on, but we're going to gather more information about this
Yeah,
stuff.
I was definitely about to
put
say
that
we
out there.
definitely need to get their information
Yeah.
because we can say their name all day, but we ain't giving out their. We got Jamila, send that message to your uncle and let him know what it is that we.
Yeah,
need to
you
say.
can chime in right now.
Let him know what we need to say.
Yeah, write a comment and then I can put it out there.
Because we,
Yeah.
you know, we want to definitely. What up, John? What's up,
What up,
Big
what up,
John?
Ray?
What's up?
Bigger bills. Bigger bills.
Bigger.
Welcome to the show, bruh.
Welcome.
What's on your mind tonight?
Romney in the building. Romney in the building.
What up, Keith? I see you, cuzzo. How you doing?
Sheeta Rock.
Sheeta, don't start. I know you live at. Don't start. Telling you now.
So
So y'all want to get it cracking now?
I guess we can jump into it. We can jump into it.
So I guess right off, after the Thanksgiving thing, we'll kind of jump into what topic y'all want to hit. Y'all want to hit the teachers, the fathers.
Can I talk about? I mean, if you don't mind, I want to talk about cameras.
Okay.
I wanna,
Cameras at funerals.
Yeah, I would like to.
Let's talk about it. So what's on your mind, man?
I would like to talk about that. So a funeral. This is my perception. I know that the age has changed, where we are in a technology age, and people feel as though they need to post everything and go live. I understand that. But I think there are certain things that are still held as, I would say sacred. I had to go to work. Like,
I'll bring you an obituary.
yeah, like.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, my man ain't here, so I'm a live streaming.
I'm a live streaming for
Go to
gas.
the graveside and pay your respects.
Exactly.
All different types of ways.
It's different ways of doing stuff, but I don't know, to each his own. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, so it sounds like we got an anonymous decision.
We agree.
We all. This is one thing we all agree
This
on.
might be a first.
This might be the first time.
Let me write this down. We agree to agree.
Yes. So on this topic here, we all agree that we don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
topic closed.
Oh, another thing. Hold on. Before we go to anything else, stop taking these selfies in hospital beds. If your ass is fun enough to sit in a hospital bed and take a selfie, if I find out a hospital bed, I'm coming in and I'm pulling the plug. No, I'm pulling the plug. Don't be in the hospital bed taking selfies. Your ass ain't that sick. And I'm gonna leave that at that. All right, now we're going to the next topic. I just had to get that out there.
So this was a subject that was kind of not near and dear to my heart, but this was something that I was thinking about. Only because I'm seeing, just like we said with the phones in the churches, you see the difference, you see the shift, you see the change. So the topic that I wanted to talk about was schools and how the school system teaches the kids today. And I only brought that up because I see, I got nieces and nephews that's real young who, I guess if my niece and my nephew have kids, they like my great nieces and great nephews.
Oh, bro, you got great nieces and nephews. I got one too, so don't feel bad.
So, and when you sit there, you sit there and you chill with them and you talking to them and you like, how old is you? 4? And you know all this? So now you think about it. Now that 4-year-old kid, now he's 6 or 7. Now he start going to school. So now he in school, and I ain't gonna say 6 or 7. I'll say 10. So now let's just say we move him up to 10 years old. Now what kids doing today at 10 is what we was probably doing at 15. As far as what they know.
Okay.
And that's based off of the information they have access to. You can go to Google and ask Google anything and he gonna give you the answer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas though with us, you had to go to the library, or if somebody had encyclopedias, you had to go to their crib. It wasn't no instant gratification. You had to search and find that shit. So so my thing is, if you in a school that still handed you that same book that said Christopher Columbus discovered America, and you hand that to the 10-year-old, and the 10-year-old say, Google, did Christopher Columbus discover America? You can be like, no. And they gonna tell you, you know what I mean? They gonna give you a real story. So now, and I said this, and I bring this up too because I have friends that have kids and they're younger. They like, 12, 13, and they trying to, everybody want their kid to do the best, to be the best, but they're not. They looking at their kids as they're being bad in class. When I look at it, like, I don't think, because I see your kids, I know your kids, I've been around. They've been at my house, they stayed the night, I know all that.
Okay.
So I don't consider your kid as bad. What I'm looking at is they way over there and the teacher right here. So if you teaching me something in class and I pretty much already know it, or I can get the answer for it instantly, but you slow rolling the process,
But
then I'm gonna be like throwing spitballs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So now the kid is getting looked at as you the bad kid in the class or whatever, but 9 times out of 10, that kid is probably the smartest one in the class. He's to the point where he almost more advanced than the teacher when it comes to certain stuff. But the teacher is 60, 70 years old and they still trying to teach the curriculum like they taught 30 years ago. And that's not gonna work. That's like you getting the iPhone 10 and you trying to use the iPhone 5 charger. It ain't gonna work.
I'm glad you brought this topic.
That's my opinion.
Because I have a different view on this. I have a
Go
little
ahead.
bit of a different view.
What y'all think? Don't forget, y'all can
Yeah, chime on in.
Yeah, let us know what y'all thinking too. This y'all.
And I'm pretty sure y'all got
I mean,
kids
what's
and
y'all
great
opinion on
nieces and
this?
great nephews too.
My thought process on this is like, so one, the way they teaching the kids now is making it where the parents can't really help them with their homework. That's the thing that I have a problem
That's
with.
one.
Like, they teach the kids a new way to do math. Like, we know how to do multiplication, but, you know, my stepdaughter come home with a math problem now. I can show her how to get the answer. She like, yeah, you can't do it that
We
way.
don't have the formula.
Right, and I'm like, so
You know
wait,
the
I'm
answer.
like, you can't do it that way. She like, you can't do it that way. So it's taking the parents, it's a lot of the parents, you know, they never learned that. So now you want us to relearn the math, okay, but so now it's harder for them to help the kids with the homework. That's one thing. That's one of the things, that's basically with math. Another thing that I'm noticing that the teachers aren't doing anymore, which they should do, like I think it's dumb that they don't, spelling words. Like kids get spelling words, but when we went to school, spelling words was, yo, go home, learn how to spell it, put it in the alphabetical order, write the definitions, and write a sentence for it, and then the test on Friday, right? So when, you know, Ajay was going to school and she was getting her spelling words, and I used to ask her, like, what do you do to teach her the words? And like, you learn how to spell the word, but you don't know what the word means. They didn't
You
make
know how
them
to use it.
Yeah, they didn't make them do a definition of it, and they didn't make them use it in a sentence. So it's like that. You taught them how to spell the word. All you really just doing is making them memorize something. They're not learning anything, and that's really what's going on. They're making them memorize things. They're not making them. They're not. The rigorous to learn something, you have to go through it repetitively. You can't just do it one time and think you know it. So I think that that part of it.
Lex, send me your info.
I think that part of it is a little strange too. And not only just that, with that part, you got what you said, Google. A lot of misinformation is on Google.
Yes.
So then
This is true.
so then you got these kids that are going on here looking for answers, and they getting a lot of misinformation because I could put a Google answer on there, and if what's the thing we were talking about, the make my site more by paying for clicks. Yeah, so if I boost it, like if I boost my answer to 2 + 2 is 8, you know what I mean? If I boost my 2 + 2 is 8, there'd probably be 1 million kids that don't know what 2 + 2 = 4, and been on Googled it, and now they like, yo, 2 + 2 is 8 because Google told it to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're absolutely right.
So that's my view on the educational part of things right there. That's my opinion on that.
What's your take, Bar? You got a freshly high school graduate.
I will say schools, I will say this, it's a difference between going to school in Trenton, where my daughter went to school at, and then when she went to school out here, out PA, Trenton made her a good test taker. Like, that's all they knew was test. And I swear, when she was going to school, when she was going to Miami school, every other week they was studying for a test.
That's different.
Test. They didn't learn shit but how to take tests. I'm like, y'all don't learn nothing else. Like, all y'all doing is taking tests. And I saw this somewhere on one of the news channels where it said it reiterated that. Like, they teaching them how to take tests. But when she came here, you had to learn shit. Like, you had to learn stuff. It was like, I actually had to send her to a tutor, like, for a certain she come home, Dad, how you do this? I'm like, I'm not even going to try. Google, show me the tutor. You need to find a tutor. I don't know this stuff. stuff.
But that's what I'm
I don't know this
saying.
stuff. But she actually learned, like she learned stuff. It wasn't just prepared for a test. They might have had, especially when she got like to the 11th, 12th grade, it was they only might have had 2 tests a year.
Classes, yeah.
As opposed to they having tests at least every 2 months. It was a test. So I don't know. And I think you gotta, like one of my boys, shout out to Mark, they teach their kids at home. Everything start at home.
Yeah,
And you're right.
Everything start at
Absolutely.
home.
It's supposed to anyway.
Read your books.
It's
Don't
supposed
take
to.
nobody's word for nothing. Question everything. Question everything and do your own research. Cause, like, I don't know, you just gotta do your own research and stuff.
You hit it on the head.
I just wanna
question
follow-
everything and do your own research.
do your own
if
research.
you do that, I guarantee
but at
you
the
you're gonna be
same
good.
time, at the same time, like you said, this kid at the school, he know this shit, and his attention is not really focused on the teacher because to him it's just like going through the motions. Do that stuff, ace it, get A's, and don't do
Yes.
what I know personally I did. I didn't like school because it was boring, because my teachers was teaching me stuff that I was in the 9th and 10th grade, but my teachers were teaching me shit I learned in the 6th grade. So
Yeah.
I was bored. So I didn't
Yeah.
want to go to school.
Exactly.
When I should have just went to school and aced all this stuff and
And
been
then you
done
could have
with
got a
it.
scholarship and all
Yeah,
that.
and been done with it.
And that's one of the things that I tell the kids too. I'm like, yeah, it's a game. The same way you get on that Xbox and that PlayStation and you play the game, when you play it, what you trying to do? You trying to win, right? So the school system is the same thing. Just look at it as a game that you playing, but you looking to win.
And you have to play by their rules.
Yes.
Even though you might
Every
think the
game got
is-
rules.
It's bull crap, you don't like it, it's boring, you're not interested in it, you still gotta play by their rules, still do what you're supposed to do,
But
and that's it.
wait, I want to the teaching the test thing, the teaching to the test thing. Like, I want to talk about that because we went through that ourselves.
Yeah, we
and
did.
that was what 30 some, 40 years, almost 30
Yeah,
some
that
years
was
ago.
a lot.
That was
Yeah.
We was
25, 30 years
We
ago.
was in school and what
The whole
the
year.
whole school year.
12 years old.
The whole school year we
we
prepared
did
for
all
one
we
for the
test.
cat test.
And look, and the crazy part about it is, like,
C18
they're like,
test.
well, we giving you the test from last year or 2 years ago,
What's up, Al?
but I'll be damned if it wasn't the same questions. Like, for real. Laurie, you remember?
Everybody in those 2 or 3, I don't know, remember how many it was. It was 2 or 3 6th grade
I
classes.
think it was 3.
Now, if you wasn't
Everybody got
if you
A's.
wasn't like a complete number, you got at least a 90.
Yep.
Word up.
There was no
Everybody got
way you didn't
A's.
fail.
If you
Yep.
failed that, man, you should
You deserve
school.
there's something wrong with you. Need help.
So they've been teaching to the test, like public schools.
But like I said,
most of them in the inner city, they teach to the test because they need funding.
Yes.
But it's about the money. So
You
like,
got to certain
so like,
kind of
yeah,
kids that
like,
can pass it.
right, like so out,
You
like
will.
a
You
place
will balance.
such as Bucks County. You know what I'm saying? Like they getting they tax money. You know what I'm saying? They getting they
It's structured differently.
because people own their homes more out
Exactly.
here.
Exactly.
And, you know what I mean? A lot of people
Structure
don't
is
own their
different.
homes, so
Yeah.
people paying those taxes, so they able to put money into these schools.
But at the same time, if you want to go back to that incident, it was different circumstances that manifested.
You wanted
stuff
more
that
ice
caused
there?
all that to happen. Like it was,
Yeah.
it was certain stuff going on that caused all that to happen. Again, maybe it wasn't enough cops. They tried to shut it down when they
They
said
did, because they seen it, they did. There was so many people here.
But it probably wasn't enough cops. They probably didn't expect that many people to be there, and they definitely expect however many people had guns down there. Who knows how many people had guns? They didn't expect that either. So it was just like the whole chain of events that.
And that's what I'm
That to happen.
You're right, and that's what I'm saying. Once you get to a certain, what's up, sis? That's what I'm saying. Once you get to a certain point, you gotta structure things differently. If you know, all right, we popping, we lit. We'll be doing this at again, or we doing it in Trenton. Okay, what is like? What the city like? What's the vibe in the city?
But actually, Trenton, it wasn't that bad
wasn't-
at
it
that
wasn't
bad.
at
Like
that
there was
time.
still stuff happening.
Not at that
And
time.
really, I hear you self-saving. Like you gotta be able to do stuff for yourself. And like
I think
like,
that's selfish. Hold up.
No, hold on. One thing real quick. Like some people say, like you gotta change it. Like, do you think you can change it from inside, within, or do you have to move outside and help change it?
Honestly, if you want my honest opinion on that, I think it has to start inside.
All right, what you think?
As far as a situation like that,
Yeah, what you think?
it has to start internally because the thought process has to start internally so it can reach
So
the
you don't
outside.
think somebody that's on the outside can help inside?
Wait, no,
Yeah, but
wait,
that's why I said
that's the thing.
I said you need somebody inside that's got some connections with somebody outside
wait.
so they can let you know what's going on and y'all can sit down together and figure it out.
Not just that though. If you have a person who comes from the outside and they're trying to change something or make something better for people that are inside this community, if these people don't buy into it, it's pointless for that person to come in. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say it has to start on the inside. There has to be someone or something on the inside that's like, yo, I need to do this because we want to do this, that, and the third. And then they start that movement. And then someone from the outside can help them grow that movement. Because if you don't, I'm sorry, just let me finish. Because if you try and go into somewhere and change something, people look at you as like an outsider.
Yeah.
Word up. Like they look at you like you're not from here.
Reed, you're right about that, the teachers comment too. I read that in the book. If we want to like piggyback off that with his comment and going back to the whole school thing, it was saying like in the inner city we need more black teachers. Like that's like, and cops too, not just teachers, cops too. Because
cops.
I'm gonna go to the teachers. I'm gonna start with the teachers first because, like these kids, like especially I'm talking the inner city now. We going to the inner city. These kids in the inner city, like not all teachers is bad. Like most of these teachers got all good intentions. They want to teach their kids. They want to do well, this, that, and the third. But if you have somebody that came from where you came from and can relate to what you going through,
situation.
But like they may be a little bit better able to understand what you're going through and be able to teach you a little more. Not saying that the other teachers can't, because it's like they all there to do the same job. And I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but
Relatable.
Yeah, that is
relatable.
And let me finish. And now we're gonna talk about the police. Like if you
we're gonna teach you the social stuff instead of like the social things, like the cops gonna do this, you do this.
Yeah.
Like
So like if I got say it's a cop that went to school with my aunt or my uncle or my mom or my dad, he's gonna treat me different than this white cop that don't know nobody. He don't know nobody I know. He's half scared to death because he's never been in a situation around a bunch of minorities. He may not handle a situation the same way a cop that's from the inner city might.
Yeah. And on top of that, what we do over here, you're not used to it.
Yeah.
So we talk like this. You know what I mean? You might think it's a fight.
Yeah.
But this is just us having a conversation.
Yeah.
So now you come on the scene like, hey yo, and you know what's funny? You know what's a perfect example of that? That time we had that damn fight in Classy's bar, right? So we in there locked in going in. So Big Red kicked the door and boom! He come in like, you know, niggas, what y'all doing? He had a partner with him, little white cop. He come in, first thing he start doing, he just start macing everybody.
Like what the fuck?
Cause he was shook. He didn't know how to relate to the situation. Like, oh, hold up. Let me fire a shot off, boom, niggas gonna stop. If you know what I mean, if you really wanted to control the situation, but he went in, he saw what's going on, he panicked. Big Red ain't panicked. He just like, yo, you know what I mean? Same thing.
I lost my thoughts, so I'm sorry. I wanted to say something, but it was something that he had said, but I can't remember.
Regardless of the...
Yeah, it'll come back.
I can't remember. It was something, I just can't remember it.
Well, we can jump to the next topic, but we can actually, I'm gonna send this to you, Thad. I want you to give us some...
Wait. All right, so we want to keep going?
I mean, we can finish. We can finish off with just a little joke or laughter or something. You know what I mean?
I don't got no joke.
Yeah, no jokes.
That is the joke.
No, I'm trying to think of something that was funny that went on the last couple of days or the last day or so.
I got something that's funny.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not even gonna say it because it's not funny. It's not funny, and it's kind of sad I ain't even going. I ain't.
You don't even want to talk about it? You sure?
Nah. Next time.
You sure? Write it on the list and bring that up.
Nah, I don't gotta write it down. It's
sad.
It ain't. It's sad, but it's something that could have been preventable.
Yeah.
It's something that could have been preventable. If y'all want me to bring it
Man,
up,
go ahead.
You already brought it up. You already brought it up.
This we gonna end the show with this, and I want y'all to comment or
So wait,
sure
so you want to ask him about this, and then are we gonna comment, or we gonna come back next
No,
week
we gonna come back next week
and talk about it? Okay, all right,
What do
cool.
y'all think about the white explorer guy or whatever he want to call himself that went over to the remote island and tried to get these?
Oh, I know what you're
guys.
talking about.
He wanted to teach them Jesus.
And they
let
was
me know
trying to
what y'all
kill him.
think about that. Y'all
I
can
don't
research
remember
it,
that shit.
Google it, whatever
Yes.
y'all need to do about it, and let me know what y'all think about that. Was he right or wrong? But yeah,
Is that the one where he was
Google
coming
it.
there
And they shot
was
him with
throwing?
arrows.
Yeah.
let me
I
know
saw
what
it.
y'all think about that, and
Yeah.
we'll
Did they
pick
kill
up on that next
So
week.
they did. He turned around and
Oh, I saw that
No,
video.
they killed him. They
Oh, that
killed
was a
him
different
and buried
way.
his body, and now they can't get his body back because they went to try to go get his body.
And they started
yeah,
attacking
yeah.
him.
Saw them setting
Everybody
up
that
their
was
arrows and
coming,
stuff
yeah,
and turned
yeah.
back around. But let me know.
Yeah,
what
that
y'all
was the
think
part that
about
I saw.
Check that out.
I saw when the second brigade came in.
Yeah, I think I saw that
Out.
too. With the boy buried with the thing like that.
And let me know what y'all think. Give us y'all feedback, comments, likes, gripes, complaints. One of my lieutenants said that at work. Y'all mean, whatever
Hey,
y'all like,
hey, yo.
y'all like.
Let us know what y'all think of the backdrop too, though.
Yeah, what y'all think of this
y'all think of the
backdrop?
backdrop. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
official. We will be taking it on the road soon.
And we got some.
Yeah.
We got some more things coming that's gonna
Yeah.
change up.
We got some guests. You know, a couple people been hitting us up like they want to get on, but we just try to get a solid foundation first.
Yeah.
We got y'all.
It's all in play.
It's
all
coming.
in
It's
motion.
coming. It's coming, y'all.
And just for anybody that just get into this group, this is the group we just started that put this together. So we gonna grow from here. Everybody they might be trying to log in live a different way or whatever, but now we gonna do it. As of right now, we gonna do this group thing right now, which I think is better.
Oh, Bettina, you want to be funny?
That's what it is.
Hey, Bettina,
You
word. You right. You right.
It had to be.
It had to be you though. It's okay though. I still love you.
It's
Yeah,
okay,
you already
sis.
know. You already know.
Hey, listen. I wanna I do wanna give a quick shout out to a couple people that I want to give a quick shout out to a couple people that's actually kind of helping us, with forming this. I mean, everything is pretty much our idea, but I definitely want to shout out Lamika. She's really helping me out with some ideas and things that we could do to help out with this cast. I definitely want to shout out my man Greg and Mike. Thanks a lot.